to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Did Nebuchadnezzar ever accept the God Jehovah as his one true God? In other words, was Nebuchadnezzar saved? Well, that's a really insightful question because Nebuchadnezzar was kind of spiritually bipolar, if you'll allow me to say it. In one chapter, he's cursing the Lord and throwing, Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fiery furnace. Actually, Daniel didn't get thrown into there. That's another question for another day. However, he's acting very reckless. And then in the next chapter, he's claiming that the God of Daniel is the one true God. And so then he turns around and he acts like an animal for years in the forest. It's kind of a wild story. Here's the thing about Nebuchadnezzar you need to understand. Number one, he's actually a type of Antichrist in the Bible, despising the Jews, wanting to kill the Jews, and wanting ultimate world power under his beck and call. Number two, even though he acknowledged that Daniel's God was the God of gods, there's no personal belief, there's no allegiance, there's no confession of sin. And finally, particularly in his last days, there is nothing in Scripture at all that gives you an idea that his heart turned toward the Lord. So unfortunately, Nebuchadnezzar, more likely than not, again, I'm not the judge, only God is, biblically speaking, we have very little to no evidence that he ever was what we might call saved or ever turned his heart toward God. In fact, the biblical evidence is he's much the opposite. He's more of a type of the Antichrist. Great question. If you have one, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.